Hey guys, I want everybody to kind of project yourself into the future just a little bit. And there's a reason for it, I'll get to it. Some are split shot, like this one here. Other ones are different. This is like that. Let's see, I don't know what this one is. Okay, it's sinker bolts. Now when I started casting, which was probably 1963 or 64, I was casting split shots. Okay, what I would use is a can like this, and a pair of pliers, and I put this into a fire. We always had a fire burning outside for one reason or another. And then you take the lead, you stick it in the can, and then you stick this thing in the fire till it melts, and then you take and scrape off those little steel clips that are on there, because steel clips will float to the top, in case you don't know. And then you take the, hang on a second, and you hold the mold like this. You take your little thing here, and you pour your lead into the split shot and let it dry, cool off, and then open it up and get your stuff out of it. That's how we used to do it in the old days. I'm bringing this up for a reason. A lot of people nowadays, they're not really thinking ahead. If we got into a fight with North Korea, it's not going to be just North Korea. It's not going to happen that way. What they're going to do is, if North Korea is bombed or any missile sent their way, China and Russia will have to get into it too. It's an unspoken word, and nobody's thinking about that. They don't want missiles hitting North Korea and messing up their area too, and they're going to fight back, because Korea is an ally with China. You already know that. And Russia's going to want to get in on this too. If they can take out America, they got free reign of the world. You think it won't happen? Think about it. It's an unspoken word, people. It could get really nasty. Now, a lot of the people out there on YouTube, they powder coat their bullets, and that takes electric. If there is a nuclear exchange of any kind, you're going to have EMP, and it's going to knock out the electrical grid like it was nothing. And you're going to be without power, like down in Puerto Rico. You're going to be without water. You're going to be without refrigeration. You're going to be without a way to melt your lead, to make any kind of bullets. You won't be able to stick your bullets in an oven and powder coat them. Think ahead, people. Take from the past to build a future. Now, there's this little pot there in the ladle. Okay, that's like a 10-pound thing. This I picked up at a garage sale the other day for 10 bucks. Now the guy told me, it was an old man, probably in his 90s, he said he melted lead in it so it can't be used for food. That's fine, that's what I would use it for. But he said he could get like 90 to 100 pound in there. And I think he's probably pretty doggone close. If you can't powder coat your bullets, you're going to have to lube them in some way. Okay, now back in the old days, what we used to do is take the Alox lube and put it in a little pan. Okay, like this or like this. These are only maybe 3/8 or a ½ inch deep. You can see this one here is kind of melted down. There's not much in it. But you take and melt that stuff in there over top of your bullets. Then you take this little cutter here like this, and then you put that over top of the bullet, put it down. It's like a little cake cutter. You see, look here, all the little holes, that's where the bullets used to be. Now, another thing, if you don't have powder coating, some of them use that Lee lubricant, which is okay. Now these are the old Lyman. This is a 450. This is a 450. This is just an older one that I had at the time. This is a little bench I had made up a long time ago, and you can see there's a press and a lube resizer on the side of it. But you got to think, you know, you got to think out of the box, and something like that, this could happen. And you know how, I mean, it was bad enough with Harvey and Irma and all those other hurricanes hitting, and we got to come to the rescue. But what happens if it was across the United States? FEMA and all those things, they're going to be worrying about their own behind instead of yours. You better get that in your head right now. Now, Puerto Rico was down there, and they had to have all this help because they had nothing going for them. All their power was gone. You know, they couldn't get water. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. You better think ahead. I've had this hand pump for, oh my God, probably 40 years I've used it. But I took it off the thing and brought it in the house. I don't want it getting, you know, water in there and freezing and breaking or anything like that. But think outside the box, people. Take from the past to build a future. This is your future. You know, I can't run around and try to save everybody. I'm going to be busy saving my own behind, just like you will. But if things go bad, if you're doing the powder coating and stuff and you have EMP, you're going to be up that little creek we all know about that starts with an S. Just start thinking ahead. Plan your future out a little bit better. You know, you could be running out of food, you could be running out of water, you'd be running out of hope. You know, you and your skills will be able to get you out of that. Like I said, a little tin can. Now I would use it in a fire because I don't know how tin cans are anymore. I mean, we used a coffee can. I just grabbed this can off the porch because it's what I dump everything in. But I used an old coffee can from back then. That was in the 60s. Things might have been made a little bit better. And I'd be worried about putting this over a propane burner or something like that and try to melt something down and have it, the steam give out and have lead all through your propane. Like I said, we used it in a fire. It was only to make split shot because we didn't know any better. So this is what we did, and it worked. Okay, we got away with it anyway. I'll say that. You've got to have pliers to hold on to that can, or you're going to get burnt. That's just a notice. I don't want nobody getting burnt because they don't have any common sense. Like I said, any of this stuff will work. And it's something to think about for the future. Well, thanks for watching.